Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. I wanted to talk a bit today about what makes you a prepper. This is just out of my head, this is on the fly, and pardon the sound of the engine in the background. I guarantee you this is going to be the last driving video with this level of audio, because I'm trying to improve my audio in 2015. That's one of my goals. So what makes people a prepper? The term prepping sometimes seems to become synonymous with stockpiling. And I think there's a lot more that goes into preparedness than simply stockpiling stuff. Now, obviously, people are going to say, of course, knowledge, skills, physical fitness, these are all things that go into preparedness. These are givens. These are, obvious. But there's something else that is commonly overlooked, and not overlooked by a lot of the, graduated preppers, we'll call them. But it's essentially what it is situational awareness. I mean, that's the only way I can sort of describe it. And it's being in a constant state of readiness without being paranoid. That's what preparedness is all about. Because you have people who I know who don't call themselves preppers. Most of them probably don't know what the F a prepper is, much less consider themselves to be one. But these people have a lot of great skill sets. They're outdoor types. They have a familiarity and comfort level when it comes to outdoor activities. They might even be of the stockpiling mindset and not even be anticipating in any way, shape, or form the temporary or long-term collapse of civilization as we know it. There's a lot of people like that out there who are doing what preppers are doing but do not call themselves preppers. So what is it that actually makes a prepper other than defining themselves as such? Well, I think it comes down to being in a constant state of readiness minus the paranoia. Because there's some people who are constantly paranoid, who are constantly waiting for shit to pop off, waiting for things to go bad, constantly at every news report, screaming out that the sky is falling. And then there are other people who are obviously not doing that. They're the opposite. They're completely oblivious to any danger which might present itself in the environment. And so, because disaster can strike at any time, it can be small scale, large scale, short term, long term, it can be local or global. It can be a variety of different forms that it can take. And because of that, being constantly in a state of readiness is crucial. Because your SHTF might be getting mugged tomorrow. Your car breaking down in the wintertime. Your small scale SHTF might be getting lost in the woods when you're out for a nature hike. It could be somebody's choking in your house. Having a broad perceptual span, I'll call it that. Widen your perceptual span. I did a video on widening perceptual span back when. It's one of the few videos I did that really dabbles in the situational awareness thing. I'll post a link to it here. You want to be always aware of what's going on in the environment. That's what makes you prepared, because no matter how much stuff you have or how many skills you have, if you get caught off guard, if you're not expecting something to happen and it happens, then that's when you're going to be in trouble. Really, what preparedness is, it's kind of like a war on the unexpected. It's you doing battle with the uncertainty of the universe. You know, from a philosophical standpoint, one of my subscribers, Mountain RN, I think. I can't remember what his name was, but he said, you know, maybe prepping will be the philosophy of 2015. I kind of got a kick out of that because, you know, you can go pretty deep into what this entails. I'll throw another word at you, existentially. You know, how it implies, you know, the world, the universe. You know, we are beings in the universe, and that universe is unpredictable. To be prepared is to be adaptable, to be flexible and versatile, as General Banter had said in his recent video. And, you know, as I've sort of talked about in the past also. Preparedness isn't about stuff, skills, and knowledge, because there's people with stuff, skills, and knowledge who do not call themselves preppers. And they don't have that situational awareness. That's the problem. So that's why the prepper, or the person who is prepared, I should say, because not all people who self-describe as preppers are situationally aware. And I'm sure that term has been expanded on before. I'm sure you could break it down into a variety of categories of situational awareness. But yeah, you know, I think that it's not enough to just self-describe. You have to actually do it. Because a lot of these people who are prepared and don't call themselves preppers, they're going to be in the same situation as those false preppers, if you will. And I can be the first one to admit that I still have a lot to work on in this respect. You know, your ability to control, maybe paranoia is not the right word. How about we describe it as, for now, until somebody, you know, posts a comment and, you know, drop some good knowledge to fine-tune this theory or idea. How about we say preparedness equals being situationally aware, being in a constant state of readiness, but having minimal anxiety. Constant state of readiness with minimal anxiety. That's what it means to be prepared. Yes, tools, skills, motor patterns, you know, experiences, all these things are definitely going to come into play. They are no doubt important. But all those are for naught if you get caught with your pants down and you don't know how to properly apply those things to the situation at hand. And this is where Irish would talk about training. You know, of course, training. You know, not only in the security aspect, but in all aspects, all the domains of prepping. You want to have training. You want to know what doesn't work and what does work. And you want to master that movement pattern. There's a theory in kinesiology, which is just a fancy word for the study of human physical activity, that says that all thought is just fine motor skills. That all thoughts, right down to the synaptic level, are just really fine movements, you know. And so really it comes down to having efficient and tried and true movement patterns to be able to be immediately adaptable to any adverse situation which might come your way. So it is what it is, man. You know, I just don't think it's enough to call ourselves preppers, because I see a lot of preppers and I see it myself also. These are things I have to work on. You know, if you can't recognize your weaknesses and you can't admit to them, good luck getting stronger. It's not going to happen until you sort of accept what your weak points are. But that's one thing that I find that is lacking in my preparedness plan, is my ability to manage stress, to apply myself to any situation in the most fullest extent possible, and to be situationally aware. Because you don't want to always think the boogeyman's lurking around every corner, but you want to be ready for him if he is at all times. So I'm going to leave you with that. Let me know what you think, and by all means share, like, whatever, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. But more importantly, please comment and provide some insight so we can keep the evolution of this prepping theory and philosophy going. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.